What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from Unsleeved Media and a bit of coverage on Magic the Gathering. I've been following this story, sort of, about the basic lands from Unstable, and it's pretty crazy. So the price on foil versions of the basic lands in Unstable is about $100 for an island, which is generally what happens when, you know, these lands are highly sought after. Those control players really like to scoop up and bling out their decks. The current price right now is $90 on TCG Player. I saw it just over $100 yesterday, and this is pretty nuts. They are by far and away the thing people want the most out of Unstable, outside of a couple of random draft experiences. So if you drafted it, I drafted it this last weekend. I had a good time. These unsets are always fine for that. The only thing that I asked way back like a year ago when I talked about doing this third unset was just to not overprint it so that you wouldn't screw over local game stores. But so there's something interesting going on. So I had opened the box on the channel, and I sort of expected one foil full art land. This has kind of been the standard with all Magic boxes. This one in particular, I was really hoping to get a foil full art version because the lands in this set are absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can grab one here. Thought I had some. Apparently I don't. I have so many piles of things right now. Oh, here we go. The lands in this set are unbelievable. They're, in my opinion, the most beautiful lands they've ever printed. Done by my favorite artist, John Avon. Everybody right now is hot for these. Now, they won't be the new hotness in a little while, but as you can see, even the basics are selling for like $1 each or something. So that will go down over time because people will draft. But the foil full art land is a bit of a controversy, at least a little. Did Wizards lie about the drop rate of these foil full art lands? Mark Rosewater publicly posted on Twitter that they would have the same drop rate as any other foil full art land. So it left a lot of people asking, well, what the heck? I've talked to people who have opened 3 or 4 boxes and not gotten one. I thought it was weird that I opened one box and didn't get one. But he actually explained it, and it makes total sense. So, no, they didn't lie, but they were purposely strategic. This is another, well, let me tell you what he said. The difference in Unstable, so it's the same drop rate as any common. The difference in Unstable is that it only has 1 basic land of each color, while most sets have 4. So basically, in like Ixalan, there's 4 forest art types, 4 mountains, 4 plains. You get the idea. In this set, so you end up with like 20 different basic lands. In this set, you just have the 5. So the drop rate is like 1 in 4 boxes, roughly. If I could, the best way I've seen it described, basically, is your chance of getting any foil basic unstable land is basically 25% of what it was to get any normal foil basic land. So about the same rarity as foil full arts from like Amonkhet. I don't know how I feel about this. I get it. They did this obviously to try and maintain the value of the boxes, but they did it in like a sneaky way, right? Because everybody wants these, okay? And they're going to be the chase card of the set to open, but people aren't going to open boxes to get those foil full arts out of them. So I think, you're not going to open, well, I guess if they maintain the $90 price tag, if you're a wholesaler, you're paying $60, $70 for a box. Even then, there's not a lot of other value in the set. I mean, you have the basics, which you can sell, a couple of the mythics people might want. But it's very interesting that Wizards of the Coast has publicly said many times that they can't acknowledge the secondary market. Well, what we have here is them blatantly addressing the secondary market. They could have, what I would have liked to see them do is to have a foil in every pack and have like some good, or a foil full art in every pack. Why not? I mean, it's unstable. It would have sold it. Everybody would have got their foil full arts, and it would have been great. You know, if you have an EDH deck, you have multiple standard or modern decks, and you want to use foil versions of these lands, you need hundreds of these. Well, nobody's going to go out and buy, 50 islands at $90 each. They're not going to spend the price of a set of dual lands to buy basics. Well, I guess some people might. So, in general, this is probably, it's on the line for me, but what I wanted to talk about was what you thought about it. I think it's a little slimy. But then again, I don't think anybody's going to run out and buy packs just to get foil full arts. I don't think there's much value in chasing them when they're going to be 1 in 3 or 4 boxes. I don't know. I talked to a couple of mass box openers who used to do mass box openings. They're not biting on this. What have you seen out in the market? The set's been out for 5 days, 4 or 5 days now, and foil full art islands are still $90. Foil full art swamps are $60. So if you just do the math, if you want to run, 25 basics, you're spending, let's just say 20. You're spending $1,000 just to buy your basics? No way. 4 is $60. Island, $90. The Plains, $50. Poor Plains. And Mountain, what the heck? Come on, Mountain. $44. So every one of these foil full art lands basically is worth more than most of the expeditions that they printed. So I think it's a little crummy that they put them at this rarity. But then again, I'm on the fence. What do you think about this? Certainly do not buy these for $100 each. Do not buy these for $50 each. Do not buy these for $20 each. $5 to $10 is what I think they're worth. I just don't see them holding that kind of value. Wizards is going to continue to print this stuff. Let the mass box openers open everything up and flood the market with these things, because if they stay at these high prices, then you're going to see more of them flood the market. So be careful about jumping in on these. But it's an interesting story. How has your unstable draft been going? I was somehow able to draft still. Imagine that. Those DCI cards are not exactly the new biometric security scan that people might have thought it was. So I had a good time with it. I guess congrats to them for hosing the customers. I mean, I don't know. At least 1 per box, Wizards. Come on. People want these. People want to put them in their decks. They don't want to collect them. And now people, I don't know. What do you think?